Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer, and this evening I'll be reviewing the film It Follows. Sorry, it's a little bit dark in here. This is actually morning time. Sunny morning in Helsinki. Operating at this time of year at about 6 hours of daylight, I think, at the moment, so this is pretty normal right now. But anyway, the review for this evening is It Follows, and it is directed by David Robert Mitchell. Now this is a very cool horror film. Yeah, it's a horror film for all, but it's what I mean is to say when with that is that it's mainly you're following a group of teenagers in the film, but it's one of the ones where it's not based purely for teenagers. It's very much along that sort of lines as Summer of '84 and Super Dark Times, as then it follows kids, but it's not about kids, and it as well. There we go. Yeah, it's not for kids, but then it follows kids. Sorry, but yeah, so. This film, we follow Marika Monroe, I think her name is, the actress, that's her name, and yeah, she's actually going on a few dates with this guy, and they end up having sex in the car. Hold on, just gonna slide this out. It's got a nice reversible cover with this one. Okay, it's pretty cool. But yeah, so she has sex with this guy in the car, and then he proceeds to chloroform her, which is very strange. And you're like, what's going on? And then when she regains consciousness, she is in this abandoned car park. It's kind of strange, obviously. She's actually tied to this wheelchair. And the guy's being all scared and sketchy. And he explains that there's this thing that will follow her, that only she can see it, but it will basically, that she has to stay away, otherwise it will kill her. And you actually see this thing following. It's this naked woman. She's just walking to the whole time, and he's explaining what will happen, that this thing will follow her. It can take many forms of different people she knows, people she doesn't know, but it won't stop. It will always follow her. It will always kind of want to kill her, basically. That's its purpose. Strange. Yeah, she just has to stay away, and the only way she can kind of stop it is to not really stop it, but she can have sex with someone else, and it jumps to that person and it will follow that person. Kind of like a Spectre STD, sorry, STI. Yeah. So yeah, the movie plays out where she's with her friends and they get to believe what's going on from different things they see, and yeah, I think that kind of loose kind of description of the film should be enough, because I don't really want to give away what happens, but it's a really fun, enjoyable film. I think many people have heard of this one, even though it's kind of like indie-ish horror. I think it got a little bit of buzz within the mainstream. I think there's people that aren't into horror that may have seen this. Yeah, it's a great film. It's very much of its time. Like, the music is very kind of, it's kind of music that I quite like. It's very cool. It's kind of very, though it's modern, it's kind of retro with synth bits. Think Nicholas Wren's Drive, that sort of kind of music. Not quite as cool as that. That soundtrack's amazing, but it's that sort of that sort of thing. And it has a very retro feeling to it. I think it's set maybe a couple of years before it was actually made, maybe like mid-2000s. There's this one girl, she's constantly on her phone. It's like one of these shell phones. So it is like a modern one, but apart from that, it's like how everything is, and like maybe a little bit of clothing and how they are. It's kind of, yeah, has this retro-ish feel to it. Sorry, it's quite early-ish, but yeah, tired. My son is sick at the moment, so he doesn't sleep so well. But yeah, that is my kind of run through of the film. Now, as I mentioned, there was Micah Monroe. She's been in a couple of films I've seen. There's one called Bokeh. It's this kind of end of the world film. She is with her boyfriend, and they appear to be the only ones left in the world. That was a pretty cool slow burn film. But there's the guy in this, Kia Gilchrist. Oh, he's kind of, I like this guy. He was in a film a couple of years ago. It's kind of like he has some sort of, it's not Disturbia, he has some sort of house arrest or something like that, but he can't leave his house, or he doesn't leave his house for some reason. But I can't remember the name of the film, but he's really cool in that, and that's a pretty good film. But yeah, the casting's pretty solid in this. Yeah, like I said, I don't really want to go too much into this. I think most people have heard of this film. It's quite a cool twist on a sexually transmitted disease as being a scary thing, especially the ones which, the obvious HIV and AIDS. This is kind of like another look at that. It's like you're waiting for this disease to eventually kill you, and it's almost like, as we see at the very start, there's a character who's kind of like sat on a beach waiting for this to kill her. So yeah, I think I will leave it there. Apologies for this review going up so late. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much. Goodbye.